Hi guys, it's Miss Silbernagel. I'm here to talk to you guys today about your Summit project time, what it is and what that looks like. So the first thing that we have to do is we have to log into Summit in order for you guys to have access to all of your classroom materials. So here is how that is done. So the first thing that you need to do is go to summitlearning.org. After you get here, you're going to be taken to this page. You're going to need to click on the login page right there. It'll ask you how you would like to log in. We always want to log in with our Google Drive. After you click on your Google Drive, it's going to ask you to allow access from your Google account to Summit. So go ahead and click on that Allow button at the very bottom of the page. After you've logged in, you are going to be prompted to watch a video that's about 4 minutes long. You must watch that video in order to move on to the next page. Once you have watched that video, please check the box at the bottom of the screen saying that you agree to the terms and conditions of the Summit platform. Feel free to read that very long, very detailed document. Here's a picture of that video just so you know you're in the right spot. Once you finish the video, this continue button down there will turn a dark blue and then you can hit continue after that. Now, once you are in Summit, you'll go ahead and click on the year view right there. Once you're in the year view, your page is going to look something like this big section over here. We're going to look specifically at the Kentucky English 6 projects, stories and storyboard. Now, it's called Stories and Storyboards because we're actually going to be reading the story or the novel, Walk Two Moons by Sharon Creech. If you can't find the book, don't panic. Here's a link right here, and I'll make sure that this is posted up on Google Classroom for you guys to have access to the PDF file of the entire book for free. Some of you guys might really like this. Some of you guys might prefer the actual book so you can write in it, bookmark it, put tabs in, that kind of stuff. Totally up to you how you prefer to do it though. All right, so when we are reading this book, in mind, we have our final project. This project is called Stories and Storyboards. Some of the big ideas that we're going to focus on will include looking at the theme of the story, what are hidden meanings in literature, selecting relevant evidence to support your theme, and having a clear analysis of what your evidence shows the readers. In this project, you're going to write an argumentative constructed response, or a short paper, at the very end of this story. You will pick a theme that you think fits the book the best. You're going to find textual evidence in the story to fit your theme, and then you're going to explain why your evidence shows us your theme. So, how to write an argument? You're going to choose your topic. In this case, it's your theme. Take a position, gather evidence, present an argument that is logical, and then we will skip the counter arguments this time. We'll get to that next time we have an argumentative writing. This unit is called Stories and Storyboards because you're also going to create a storyboard about the plot of the novel. A storyboard is like a comic strip that contains all the important scenes in the novel that support your theme. You'll get a paper that looks similar to this, where you'll create a drawing or have some pictures that you put together with a description and dialogue that is included in the novel. These will be all of the important scenes that you think happened in the book that help support your theme. Your expectations for this. As we read the novel, you will keep your book journal, complete your checkpoints, and have discussions with your class about what you read. There will be times where you are asked to have group discussions and submit your answers on a Google Doc for credit as well. You'll be doing a lot of assignments during the Walk Two Moons novel. The Walk Two Moons book journal is an assignment that will focus on all types of reading strategies. Reading strategies are the things that we do to help understand what we are reading, what motivates the characters, how they might feel about an event, and even help us draw connections to our own lives. So your book journal is going to look something like this. You'll have access to this on Google Classroom in just a few short days, really. The Walk Two Moons book journal, we are going to be focusing on asking questions about something that happened in the novel, making connections to your life, making predictions about what you think is going to happen later in the story, clarify things that you thought were confusing, and then analyzing. That's a really tough skill that we're going to learn. How to think deeply about what the passage means and why even would the author have included some details in the story now that made sense later on down the road. So how do I find my book journal? Right now, we're going to put that on Google Classroom. It will be clearly marked Book Journal WTM, and that stands for Walk Two Moons. And you'll be working on this several times throughout reading the book Walk Two Moons. When you are on Google Classrooms, it'll be under some kind of projects or classwork tab, and it'll say Book Journal for Walk Two Moons right there. Checkpoints. These are classroom assignments and sometimes homework that you'll work on while reading Walk Two Moons. Let's talk about how to find them. So the first thing that I'm going to do is we have to go into the Summit platform to find your checkpoints. So I'm going to go ahead and log in just like I told you before with my Google Drive. And I'm going to choose the account that I want. That's my name right there. So I'm going to go ahead and pick a student. Actually, let's go ahead and look at the OMS English. So when you are in your Stories and Storyboards tab, mine looks a little different because I'm on the teacher view, but it'll look the same here. When you're looking at your project overview, the first thing that you see is number 1, analyzing evidence. When you click on analyzing evidence, there's going to be all sorts of little boxes here that you can click on. Those are your checkpoints. If it says resources for everyone, those are checkpoints that we're going to be working on. So they could be all sorts of things. It could be a reading launch. It could be a question and answer sheet. It could be a discussion. It could be all sorts of things. So those are your checkpoints and how to find them. All right, if you guys have any questions, please make sure to email your language arts teacher. We will make sure that you have access to all the materials that you need, and we'll definitely steer you in the right direction. Have a good day, guys. We'll see you back here in a little bit.